Guys, welcome back to another episode of Play Boom Beach. And on this episode, we're gonna do a little base redesign. You guys have probably seen my base before. It's been slammed against the wall where the docks are. I'm gonna bring it now more into the center. I think this will be. I've been looking at a lot of bases lately, and this build seems to be what I'm most afraid of and what's the most effective. So we're gonna start with the boom cannons. We're gonna put them both in front, touching the HQ. We're gonna put one to the left, one to the right. Next, we're going to go with the archer towers, or the sniper towers. We're going to put them one on each corner, and then we're going to take the other two, and we're going to put them just spaced a little bit further apart diagonally, a little bit closer to the shore. That way, they're both out of range of a barrage. So the whole idea of this whole build is there's a little bit it's spaced out so that with a barrage, you can only actually take out one building per time. And since people are getting a lot stronger barrages at level 30 plus, sometimes it can take out two at the same time, which is really annoying. So the last archer tower just going to throw out front of the two boom cannons actually, and you'll see why later. But that's it's going to be there to range troops that come in to take out the shorter range buildings. Um, Next, since we're going to be leaving all of the buildings that are useless in the back, like the residences and the gold storage and all that, we're going to put the grenade launcher at the very back also. So that just in case somebody tries to do a rush around the back and try to flank us and steal a bunch of coins, that grenade launcher should be able to take them out. Next, we're going to grab two of the flamethrowers and we're going to throw them right next to the base because those are really good against people because people seem to be running a lot of heavy and Zuka raids right now, so those will take care of the heavies at the very last second when they try to run towards the base, and hopefully that should just flamethrower them down and allow for all the other defenses to take out the Zukas at longer range. Next, we're going to go with the mortars. We're going to throw one out front of the archer tower, and we're going to leave the other two behind. And the other two we're going to leave there behind for the same reason that the grenade launcher is actually back there. Because since there's so many non-defensive buildings that we're going to leave at the very, very back of the base, we're going to leave the mortars there as like a backup defense for in case like something like a warrior raid happens and they try to run around the back. Next, we're going to go with the cannons, and the same thing with the archer towers. We're going to put two on each side, and we're going to make sure they're touching absolutely nothing. That's actually key, guys. Make sure none of your buildings are actually touching each other. See right there, they're actually touching. You want to bring it a little bit more forward so that it's not. So it's all about symmetrical too. So you can see that there's two archer towers on each side, two cannons on each side. There's also one flamethrower on each side. Okay, now lastly, since the machine guns are a lot shorter range, we're going to throw them out front for when they come in. And that's basically what our base design as far as defensiveness is going to go, guys. So what we're going to do now is you can see on the right hand side and the left hand side that there's openings, and there's openings for people to use their flares to run around the side of the base basically. So you want to stop people from running around the side of the base, so we're going to use our mines. We're basically going to block off each side, the right and the left hand side, by taking probably a little bit more than a third of our mines and putting them on the right and also on the left. And that stops people from running through basically and getting to the back of the base without touching a lot of the defenses. So another strategy that I use when I'm placing the mines is I like to do like a little grid space. So as you can see right here, I like to leave one space in between all of them. And the reason I do that is because if you stack mines enough, people will actually waste their missiles and their barrages on it. And if they're spaced out a little bit more like this and they're clumped out, a single missile will take out a lot less than if you were to have them all clumped together. Also, with your tank mines or the bigger mines, you want to put one on each side, and I'm also going to put one in the middle. Now, for the rest of your buildings, it really doesn't matter. I like my base to be symmetrical, so I'm just going to throw it together. Like this part you can basically do yourself, like whatever you think is best. I'm just going to do a little design, like an arrow basically on both ends. Just going to step them all up here, and just throw the bigger ones to the back since they take up more space. There's no real strategy to that. It's just how I felt like doing it. Lastly is statues. I like to spread them out. That way people can't add them up. A lot of people are too lazy and won't actually see that you have like plus 50% building damage. And realistically, they shouldn't attack you. But they do anyways. So that about wraps up our video, guys. And we'll check you next time. Check out the rest of our videos and subscribe, rate, like. Thanks, guys. Peace.